Hello friends, I am Neeraj. Together, so we have learned Golang a lot from basic to advanced, and now it's time to implement our learning. So whatever we have understood so far. So in this session, we are going to create a very small program, and we will try to implement our learning. So we are going to create a billing software. So where the user is supposed to provide the name of the product, the unit price and the quantity which he needs to buy, and at the last so we will display the total amount due to the customer, which the amount which the customer is supposed to pay. So this is the program so which we will be creating, and we will create a directory, so and we will name it billing, and I'll try cd into billing, and I'll open the VS Code. So okay, so we will as like every Go program. So the entry point is the main function and the main.go file. So we will create the main.go, and here and this would be the package main, and the Go file. The entry point for any Go program is the main function. So we will start with the main. And this function is not going to return anything, and very simply something like our structure is ready, and now we have to ask the user to provide a few inputs. So here, for the sake of clarity, so I'm going to mention step 1. So at step 1, so we are going to ask for product name, and step 2, so we will ask for product unit price, and step 3, so we will ask for the quantity to be purchased. So this would be step 1, this would be our step 2, and not here, so step 2, and this would be our step 3. Okay, so let us try to do step by step. So at first step, so we have to ask, we have to take the input from the user. So first of all, so we will display a message, so what he is supposed to do. So printf, and we will say please enter product name. And our idea is that after this message, so there would be a cursor blinking, so that the user is will provide the his input, I mean the name of the product. So again, we will use the format package, and this is having a scan method, and and from using the scan method, so we can collect the input provided by the user from the console. So here we have to provide the variable where the value entered by the user is going to be assigned. So we will create a variable. So let's say var, and we will name it product, and that would be a type of a string. So here we can pass the variable product, but let us see what happens actually. So it looks like there is a typo somewhere. So, and now if we try to print it, fnt.println name of the product, and if we will pass the variable product, so what should be the output? So let us see. So will we get the desired output? So let us try to run our program. So go run main.go. So actually nothing is happening. Reason being, try to understand it. So this when the user will provide his input here, so this this input that needs to be assigned to the variable product, but it needs to be at the address of the product, at the actual memory address where this product variable is residing is in memory. So we need to provide here as the pointer to the variable product, like this. So let us see what happens now. So right now, so we are getting a cursor, a blank space, a cursor, so where we can provide the our product. So let us say test product. So here we are getting the desired output. So reason being that the whatever the user here, the user is going to type in, that is coming into the variable project, but without ampersand. So this is, if we remove this ampersand, so this would become a plain variable, and there is no way we can write into the address of the variable. So actually whatever the user is providing here, the input, in the memory, wherever this product variable resides in the memory is allocated, so we need to write into that memory address. So that is why we need to provide this parameter, this, as a pointer variable and not as a plain variable. Okay, so right now, so we have successfully collected our product variable, and now it's time to do at the second step. So again, so very simply, so we will create a few variables. So we will say a var, and the price would be we will use float 64 because the price may be a float also, and I will just copy this out. So please enter unit price of the product, and we will collect this in the variable price, and we will also do the same thing for our quantity also. So instead of price, so we will say quantity, please enter, and we will say please enter quantity to be purchased, and we will say ampersand quantity, like this. So price also, so we need to provide ampersand. So that with the scan, actually we need to provide a pointer variable and not a simple variable. So now, so we have collected the desired input from the user, and now it's time to perform the calculations. So calculations is also very simple. So we will say fmt dot println, rather we will have the, since we have to use the placeholder, so rather we will go with the printf, and we will say, so amount for the for this project, so for amount for the project with, and we will again go with a few placeholder for the basically for this quantity, for this quantity is, and we will say product and quantity, and here we are, and we will also provide a /n for the new line character, and here we will say fmt dot printf, and we will say amount due, and we will pass on, here we will pass on the price multiplied by quantity. So our program should work, provided so we will pass on the placeholder like this. So now if we run our program, so I'll clear my screen. So it asks me to provide the product name of the product, so we will say test product, and it asks for the unit price of the product, so let's say we'll go with 10.5, and the quantity to be purchased, so let's say I'm going to buy quantity 2, and I am getting this thing, that amount for the amount for the product test with 2 quantity is and wait a second. So I'll go for a new line character here also. And now if we run our program again, so let's say test product, and the price is, let's say, 1.5, and the quantity, let's say, 3. So we are getting the amount for the product test with 3 quantity is, so total amount due is 4.5. So our program is running fine, and however, so this is a monolithic program, so maybe so we can use the other concepts of packages, and we can separate out the we can make it in a robust way, so that we can encapsulate the like the input mechanism into some other packages, maybe util or let's say other packages. So we can refactor it in a very in a more efficient way, so that our program can be much more maintainable. But that we are going to refactor it while we proceed further, while we will add more functionality, because right now this program is creating a billing, maybe generating an invoice for only for one single product. But actually in real life, this should not be the case. Rather, so one invoice can have multiple product. So in next our refactor, so while we improve our code, so we will incorporate those logics, so that we can have multiple products per billing invoice. Okay, so but this was our first project, and I think like we have started it. And if you have anything to say, any questions, any confusion or any suggestions, so please do let me know in the comment section. And in the next session, so we will refactor or add more functionalities and more improvements to this project. Okay, so till then, take care and happy coding.